Hello and welcome back to EC Angling. In the last episode we looked at the Munch Baits Tigernuts in syrup, and I mentioned rather that I was going to look at grinding them up a little bit further for my own fishing because I need smaller particles because of the catfish, well, and the turtles. So what I've done is I've pulled out some larger hook baits. There's maybe a dozen there, 15, something like that. Of the bigger ones that I found, and the rest I'm going to put through the food processor with the grater attachment. This way it won't create little dust particles basically, but it will create very small particles, gratings of the tiger nuts. So let's see what that looks like when we are done. So here we have the grater attachment on this food processor. The blade would normally fit down there. This one happens to have this grater, which I've never actually tried for tiger nuts before, but I think it's going to work. It works well on carrots, so it probably works on tiger nuts. You could also try the slice. So here we go. This is what it looks like prior to being grated. As you can see, there's lots of whole nuts in there. And I'm going to keep some of the whole nuts. I'm not grading everything, but I'm going to grade probably half the bottle. That way it'll give me enough small particle to keep the fish occupied, hopefully. Keep the nuisance species occupied as well. Alright, so let's load this in.
Oh, I see now.
We'll see what happens, if it works or if it just clogs up. Okay, hit the pulse cycle that's in there. Alright.
See how it's grated?
So, as you can see, there's still a few nuts on the top here. However, I'm okay with a few nuts. A lot of them have been grated down. And underneath, we have a whole bunch of really nicely grated bits of tiger nut.
That's a way to grate cheese very well.
That does work to grate cheese, yeah. So, now it's just been reduced down. There's no whole nuts in there. They're all kind of cracked up and skinned up and everything. And it's going to be wonderful. It's going to release a lot of attractant very quickly. So we'll just get those into a bucket and do another, I don't know, 3/4 of the container probably.
I can barely hear you over the racket of the slicer.
Yeah, it's kind of noisy. Alright, we got some wonderful little chunks here. As you can see, there's really no whole nuts left here. They're all skinned up and beautifully sliced.
Because of this slicer.
Because of that slicer blade.
And it worked a little better than grater because the grater left whole.
So these, I've got a handful out to take a look at. Are all slices and slivers of tiger nuts. They're going to waft down beautifully. I'm loving how these look. I think it'll work well for boilies too. I've never thought of this.
That looks nice, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Grade slices and whole boilies.
Tiger nuts. So here we have the finished product. It's got a lot more slices in there. A lot more little chunks and fewer whole tiger nuts, but still plenty of whole tiger nuts to give the carp something larger to target. I want my hook baits to be kind of the bigger food items on the bottom because the fish will tend to single out those a little bit easier that way. So there you have it. Tiger nuts are definitely one of the best natural baits out there, and by grinding them up you help release all those sugars that make them so attractive to the fish. Also, keeps the nuisance species busy for longer. It also keeps the carp busy for longer. So you can get away with using a little bit less bait because it spreads it around more. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I will keep the content coming with my assistant at times. And I will see you next time on EC Angling.